Assalamu alaikum. Today we're carrying on with alternate angles, and we're going to look at another theory where we have parallel lines and we are getting alternate angles. So let's look at the diagram. Okay, if we see the diagram again, we have AB is parallel to CD, right? And then we have, I've written some angles here. This is X and Y, and those are A and B. So when we're doing alternate angles, we are looking now for a Z shape. Okay, so we've done co-interior angles where you're looking for a U shape, and co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. Then yesterday we did corresponding angles where we were looking for a F shape, and in the F shape the corresponding angles are equal. Today we're doing alternate angles and we're looking for a Z shape. Okay, so if you look at this diagram here, you can see I'm drawing a line on my parallel line, through my transversal, and on my parallel line again. Okay, can you see I've made a Z shape? There's my Z there. Okay, and can you guess which ones are going to be equal? It's this angle here is going to be angle X. X is equals to Y. Can you see the alternate angles? We have a Z shape, so the alternate angles inside the Z there and outside of the Z, X is going to be equals to Y. Okay, and my reason, I'm going to say alternate angles, and remember I have to say AB parallel to CD. Okay, so when I have parallel lines, I get alternate angles. So there's another pair of alternate angles. Now I'm drawing another Z and I'm doing it in pink, right? Okay, can you see my Z again? Right? So now in the inside of the Z, there's my A, and the outside of my Z, there's my B. So now also same thing, A is going to be equals to B, and my reason is going to be the same, right? So what we have learned today is very simple. Alternate angles are equal. We're looking for a Z shape, and it's only when we have parallel lines, right? So we have parallel lines A, B, and CD are parallel. There's the sign. And then we're drawing a Z there in the yellow first. So X is going to be equals to Y. If I give you a value for X and I make it 50, it means Y is going to be 50 degrees. If, for example, A is 40 degrees, then B is going to become 40 degrees. And what's my reason? I'm going to write alternate angles AB parallel to CD. Remember, if you're doing a question like this, you get a mark for that and you get a mark for that. We have a statement and then we have a reason, right? So let's go through some. Okay, so I'm on page 180 in your textbook, right? So it says alternate angles. You're looking for a Z shape or an N shape, okay? We can't call it an N if you're looking at it from the other way. Can you see it becomes an N like that? But it's just easier to remember the Z shape, right? So we'll stick to the Z shape. So, oopsie daisy, sorry about that. So look at the first picture. Right, we've got AB is parallel to CD. Can you see the parallel lines? Okay, can you see the Z that they've drawn in blue? So which angles are going to become in the alternate angles? X4 and Y2, right? So X4 is equals to Y2. Since there are alternate angles, look at the Z shape, right? If you look at the second example we have here, it says AB is parallel to CD. They've drawn the Z the other direction. So what becomes equal? X3 is equals to Y1, right? Now they've just turned the parallel lines around the other way. Doesn't matter, you're drawing along the parallel line, down the transversal, and along the parallel line another Z, right? You're just going the other direction. So this one becomes equals to that one. X2 is equals to Y1, and your reason is alternate angles. PQ is parallel to RS. So obviously if you draw a Z this way as well, we're going to get X3 is equals to Y2 there also, right? So all you need to do is go through these examples and then you'll be able to spot the alternate angles. So let's do one with numbers, right? So example number 1 is saying calculate the value of X, right? Can you see how simple it is? We've got AB is parallel to CD. So what is X going to be equals to? X is going to be equals to the 70 degrees alternate angles because AB is parallel to CD. Can you see my Z shape? If I want to draw my Z shape, sorry, I can't use a colored pen in the textbook here. So I'm just drawing a pencil line. Can you see there? There's my Z shape. So X is going to be equals to 70 degrees. Now look, we've got double parallel lines. So if you just separate it in your mind, look at AB is parallel to CD first, right? So we've got two transversals cutting there. So what is happening is I can draw a Z here along my parallel line, down my transversal, along my parallel line. Can you see that A is going to be equals to 140 degrees, right? And then if I'm drawing a Z the other way, right? Can you see there that D would be equal to this part here, right? So I'm not drawing that one. There's nothing to find out there. So I've got A is equals to 140 degrees. What are my reasons? Alternate angles, but using which lines? AB parallel to CD. Okay, so now I'm looking for B. Can you see B is vertically opposite to A? Can you see the vertically opposite angle here? Okay, you must be able to spot it in your mind. The minute you see a vertically opposite angle, you'll say B is 140 degrees, so it's vertically opposite angles. Now, how did they find C? Okay, now we're using EF and GH, which are parallel lines. So I'm drawing another Z. So I'm starting from my parallel line. I'm going down my transversal, and I'm going this way, okay? Or I can go the other way. I should have drawn the other way, sorry. Down my parallel line, through my transversal, and there's my Z there. Can you see my Z? I'm starting from here, down there, down there. So which angles are going to be equal? Angle C is going to be equals to angle B. Can you see it's inside the Z of those parallel lines? If you turn your book around, you can see it that way, right? Okay, so C is equals to 140 degrees. Alternate angles, EF is parallel to GH. Now look at the difference in the reasons there. You have to write which parallel lines you have used. Okay, so you get a mark to do that as well. Now they've solved for D. Okay, so D is equals to 40 degrees, and they've used adjacent angles on a straight line. So the minute you see angles that are next to each other like this, they are called adjacent. And how much do they add up to? They add up to 180 degrees. So you can say D is equals to 180 minus 140, and you're going to get D equals to 40 degrees, right? So all you need to do is spot the alternate angles. So what I want you to do today, besides your homework question, is there's examples in the textbook that I've done in all three of the videos, right? So to summarize, you'll see here on page 179, okay, that's corresponding angles, where we're looking for the F shape and how to find the corresponding angles with different types of parallel lines facing in the different direction. Then if you look at page, the one we did today, that's 180, we did alternate angles, so you need to revise over alternate angles, right? And then we did on page 181, we've done co-interior angles where the lines are parallel, and remember we're looking for a U shape, and co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. Remember, with alternate angles and with corresponding angles, those angles are equal, so we need to make a small summary for ourselves and write it down for the three types of angles that we've done. And then obviously they're going to put it all together in questions, and then you have to be able to spot it and calculate it, right? It's not difficult. It's very simple. If you follow the videos, if you watch the videos, do the examples first, look at the pictures of the type of angles that they're showing you, then you read through the examples, then you do your homework, watch the video, and inshallah it will be easy.